Alright everyone, welcome to week number 6. Now, this is the first video in week number 6, so I just want to give you guys a quick little update of what's been happening. So I've actually used the classroom method in the previous week for the client getting method, and we landed a client. I shouldn't really be showing this information out, but we did land a client for $200 a month. I did the simple classroom method for them. I gave it for a week's trial, and they're like, yeah, let's give it a shot. So there you go, easy $200 a month right over here for this city and suburb. But I'm just gonna quickly whip this out because I really shouldn't be showing clients pages of work. We're gonna be talking about scaling. Now, all we're gonna talk about right now is how to duplicate this and how I'm gonna duplicate this $200 a month into 2,000 and into 20,000. So let's get started. So what you want to start doing is contact all previous clients. Now, so for example, if I got this client over here, I'm gonna stop sharing that and go to another site that I have. So if I have a client, for example, that's renting out Barrie, I know that this suburb is also very close to this suburb, Aurora. So what I want to do is just bundle them together and then give it to her. So for example, if I am renting this site out right now for $200 a month, I want to go ahead and I want to give a very, very close suburb like Aurora, right? So I want to bundle them together. Instead of giving two for $200 each, I give both of them bundle package for $300 a month. Now the reason you want to do that is because one company or one person, one company works in more than one suburb or city. This is known, like that's why there's overlapping cities, and especially when there are suburbs that are closer together. This is why you can bundle a whole bunch of things together and give it at that. But first, you still want to be getting you still want to do the basic one page first. So by this point, by week number 6, you should have a client either on a trial, or do the classroom method, or someone paying you a couple bucks a month at least. So once you do that, you can bundle a whole bunch of these sites together. You can even bundle anywhere from 5 to 10 cities and give it for upwards of $900 a month, depending on how close the suburbs are together and where the company works. So if the company does work in for example these 5 suburbs, then you would want to bundle all of them together and give a special bulk price discount. Now this is one of the easy ways to actually upsell these guys, because it's an absolute no-brainer. The more area they cover, the higher chances they are to get their money back or have a positive ROI. So it's very, very, very simple. So in this first video of scaling, you want to look at upselling, because it does take a while and a lot of trust for someone to make the initial investment in the Rank Rent site, but it doesn't take as much trust as if you didn't have a Rank Rent site. So for example, if you were selling SEO services and if you were selling Rank and Rent, they will most likely go with the Rank and Rent person because they have results first. So that's why it's not that hard to rent out these sites. But once you have that initial trust made, once they start giving you a couple bucks a month just to rent out the site or even test it out for a couple months, that's when you can easily go ahead and upsell them. You can funnel them in, and you can upsell them by giving them multiple cities and suburbs at a bulk price discount. Now again, let's just go even lower. If you were selling a page for $50 a month, right? You can literally, if it's a pretty big company, because I've actually done this before. There was a locksmith company in Toronto, and basically I was selling it for $100 a month, and they covered the entire province, or the province of Ontario. They covered the entire province. They had franchises everywhere. So I just told them hey, get the site for me, either a one-time $10,000 or $1,000 a month. And that's the way it works out, because once you build, you can't approach using this method. You can only use this method once you once they want to try out the site and once they start paying you a couple bucks, again, we have to build the initial trust first. Once the trust is built, then you can easily, like it's so easy to just sell them more sites or sell them more pages or give them at a bulk discount. Again, guys, this is the simplest thing ever, because for example, if like this page over here, this is pretty much every major city in Ontario right now. And Ontario is a province in Canada. And so I can basically go ahead, and if I get a guy paying $200 a month for this, I can easily go ahead and sell it either for straight up $5,000, like here, take the site, we'll replace everything for $5,000, or rent it out for $1,000 a month. You can make a deal like that where you'll just instantly make your money, they'll make the money. I really like actually selling this for one time because it's like set and forget, or you can actually rent it out depending on what they're looking for. That's why you gotta like fish it out. If they're looking for if they just want to test this out, then again, be like, we'll give you the entire site for like 3 months for this much, for like $500 a month or something. And when you do that, it kind of builds the trust with them, and they can see the results, and they'll actually get results faster. If you bulk the cities together, if they're renting out more than one page, they'll get results much faster. If they're only renting out 1 out of 100 pages, right, compared to 5 out of 100 pages, they're 5 times more likely to get a client than only renting out 1, right? Because they're more prone, they're more like visible to the people out there, because they're being ranked number 1 for multiple cities and multiple suburbs. And this is very important because you only want to use this method once you start making a couple bucks from them. You don't really want to approach with this method because it will kind of scare them away. They don't want to commit to anything or whatever. This is for selling any kinds of services, and that's pretty much it, guys. So after you get your initial purchase, even worst case scenario, if it's for like $1 a month, you can go ahead and you can upsell them the entire site for a couple $100. This is like the worst case scenario, and you can still do it, guys. But again, this method works the best if you have some initial investment already on the table. It could range from anywhere from a penny to $200-$300 a month. Again, as long as they pay that initial investment to you, there's a trust that's built, and that's where you can go ahead and you can upsell them multiple pages.